The Sarah B. Show, coming through your stereo. Say it loud, let's sing it proud, like a homegrown rodeo. The Sarah B. Show, coming through your stereo. LT2 is where you go to hear the Sarah B. Show.
What's up, friends? Welcome to another episode of the Sarah B. Show, featuring my microphone that's still not plugged in, but I talk into it like it is. Yeah. Also not featuring yet an intro video, which I will get to. But for now, I just chill for 30 seconds and look at my fingernails and drink whatever I'm drinking and, and wait for my song to finish. We'll get there. Work in progress. I swear to God, I always feel like I sound like I have an excuse, which I do. But this week's is very valid. Just wait for it. So today we're drinking matcha, which, by the way, I have now personally deemed matcha the drink of the summer, like the morning drink of the summer, like your coffee drink, the coffee go-to, the caffeinating go-to. Instead of cold brew, instead of like, you know, whatever, it's going to be matcha. Iced matcha is the summer go-to drink. They have different flavors you can try. I tried the lavender matcha and I really like lavender. Changing my camera settings here. I don't know which one's the best. My lighting settings, excuse me. Anyway, I don't know. I kind of just like regular ass matcha. Ass matcha, the best kind. Because who doesn't love ass? But anyway, it's the healthy drink of the summer, I guess. And then we have also deemed your alcoholic drink of the summer is going to be a ranch water. Okay, that's the hot girl drink of the summer. It's tequila, it's club soda. And then you can have a Tajín rim to make yourself feel cool and spicy and different. But basically, low calorie as alcohol can go. It tastes good. It gets the job done. And there you go. They're your two hot girl summer drinks. But guys, you can drink them too. Hot girl summer is just a vibe. You don't have to be a girl. You know what I mean? So embrace it. And if you decide to try these or take me up on it, send me a picture, tag me. I'll repost it. I want to see this. I want to see this shit. I should have turned my air down because it is hot. It is very hot up here. So, okay, what's up, guys? So it's been a couple weeks since I've done a podcast, but like I said, I feel like I always say I'm going to do them and then I don't, and I always have an excuse, but this one's a good one. And I'm going to say too, shout out to my friend Cass who turned, our squad onto this new horoscope app. Well, it's not new, but new to us. It's called CoStar. And basically it kind of gives you your daily horoscope and then it'll give you like a quote to go by and then 3 do's and 3 don'ts. So for example, okay, as you guys know, I'm Cancer, coming on a birthday, actually 1 month from, well, I'm going to say tomorrow. Technically, I'm doing this podcast on Monday, but I'm probably going to release it on Tuesday because, full disclosure, not trying to lie to you guys. Why lie? Why? So basically, it says your day at a glance. It is painful to not be seen or appreciated for who you are. I like that. And then it's actually new. It gives a little paragraph with it. They just started that this week. It says you've been showing up as your full self, yet people only see fragments. Their narrow view isn't your failure. Adjust your delivery without diluting your message. Not everyone deserves full access to your truth, which is ironic because I'm literally doing a podcast right now and telling my full truth. I literally have no secrets from you guys. It's a blessing and a curse, I guess. I don't know. I feel like guys like more mysterious girls, but I'm like the most open book. Like I'm a book that never shuts. Anyway, for today it says do referees. I need to find a referee to do apparently. Reservations and dropping a line. I don't know what that means. It says don't mixed signals, morphing, or code words. So anyway, that's kind of what it is. And if you add friends on here, it can kind of give you like the details with that. But basically, my podcast. Oh my gosh, guys. This matcha needs some matcha. I need more caffeine. I just don't want to drink any this late, but whatever. Anyway, my horoscope recently was like, share the bad. People want to hear it. And I'm like, that is so true. Like sometimes when I'm going through a hard time or a bad time, like it really helps to know that I'm not the only one. And it kind of feels bad saying that, right? Like you don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I find joy in other people's mishaps. But like, it kind of makes you feel not so alone, right? Like I feel like shit. If somebody else is in the shit with you, at least you're not alone in the shit, right? So I will give you guys some shit. It's been a shitty week. And I've said this before. My only like blessing is I'm like, surely this week couldn't be any worse. And every time I say it, I knock on wood. I don't know if there's somebody else at the loft here, so I'm going to be like quiet about my little knock knocks. But yeah. Oh, I don't want to jinx myself. I've said it like 5 times now. I think I should probably stop saying it because at some point it's not going to be so lucky. So, before we get into my shit week, basically, I want to tell you guys about Go Cleanse. I usually do this at the end of the podcast, but I'm going to do it now specifically because I'm getting back on track this week. I was a bad girl yesterday. It was Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day to all you papas and puppies and daddies and zaddies out there, and all you moms who have like dad energy and you do both. Like, I hope you guys had a great day. I went out with my family and I had a freaking delicious meal. There's an argument on whether it was a smoked ribeye or a prime rib or if they're the same or whatever, but either way, it was a delicious piece of meat. I also had a very big loaded baked potato with it. It was epic. What should I have done? I should have left it there, what I did not eat. Did I? No. I took it home with me and I ate it later and I felt like garbage. It was literally hard to breathe last night because I ate so much and it was so heavy. And I had a lot of red wine with it. It was just like, I felt so bad and I was like, this is not worth it. This is not worth the pain. So back on the game today. And I've been good lately anyway, but still, like, sometimes it's just like you see lately, it's just, it's really not worth the pain of it, right? Or the amount you have to work it off. And I know I'll do it again, like maybe in a year or so when I forget how bad I felt. Like, oh yeah, I forgot. But anyway, like I said, it's nice to get back on and be able to get back on with Go Cleanse. It's such an easy way to jump right back on it and do maintenance, right? Like, you can continue to do Go Cleanse forever and like have your off days, have your, I hate calling them cheat meals, honestly. Like, you know, call them reward meals, call them whatever, just a freaking meal. Like, when it becomes a lifestyle, it's like, you have to treat yourself, right? But like I said, having Go Cleanse around all the time at, just knocked that bar almost off, like right at your fingertips is very easy to do. And I'm pushing it a lot right now, right? Because it's June. I mean, it is summertime. It's a great time to start getting in shape. And, you know, even if a lot of people ask me, like, they want to do a cleanse and not necessarily lose weight, just kind of cleanse themselves, makes themselves feel better. Go Cleanse can absolutely do that for you too. It does not have to be just for weight loss. It is for so many different things. And aside from all their, like, you know, 11-day and 30-day plans for weight loss, they also offer other cool stuff too. Like, they have a lot of healthy snacks you can do, a lot of protein stuff for all my protein girlies and guys. And they also have a lot of beauty benefits as well. I take their collagen every day. It's so good. All very clean, healthy ingredients. Anyway, it's just great vibes over at gocleanse.com. So if you want to check it out, go to gocleanse.com/Sarah. That's SARAH. And you can check it out if you have any questions. Rita is such a great coach. So is Tiffany. Great people over there that can answer your questions. I can try to answer it. If I'm unable to, I can direct you to somebody who can. But so much great stuff over there at gocleanse.com. So join the journey. I know Lex and Terry show. Lex is starting a 30-day. A lot of people are doing a big like 30-day. You could join as well, do an 11-day. Get that summer body because vacations are coming up and you know you want to look good. So do I. And I don't feel good after that meal I ate last night. Oh my gosh. But it's fine. Once again, gocleanse.com/Sarah and you can check out all of that. But I digress. Let's take a sip of our matcha tea and spill some tea, shall we? Pinkies up, bitches. Okay, here we go. So basically, this podcast is going to act as something to maybe make you feel better about yourself, because you're going to hear, like, you know, you see on social media and podcasts, like, not everything. It always, like, people not bragging, just telling the goods, telling the positives, telling the up and ups. So you always think, like, damn, their life is great. Like, my life is shit. Why is my life not this great? No, it's not all roses, guys. And you should already know that about me. I tell you everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. The bad and the ugly are, like, the highlights of my life, really. But so this is going to act as that, and also a vent session for me, because good God, what a week it's been. So as you guys know, I've been trying to like regulate, delegate and regulate. Those are the words. My sleep a little more. I haven't been sleeping the most. As we know, I dance all the time. I go dancing several nights a week. I'm on the salsa team now. So once again, tonight is my Monday night. It's my long night. I came home and napped today. And tonight I go in from like basically 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. doing 2 hours of level 2 salsa and then 2 hours of salsa team practice. So Monday nights kick my ass. And aside from that, I dance on other nights as well. I do socials on weekends. I also am very big into my running club now. Like, I've been going forever and mostly for, you know, socializing, making friends, which I still do that. But now I've signed up for the half marathon. I'm starting to actually get more into running. So like this last week, for runners are going to be like, what a pussy. For me, it was a big deal. I ran like 11 miles this last week. So I did 3 miles one night with my run club, 2 miles another morning, and then I did 6 miles one morning. That was my long run. And it was a very funny 6 miles. It's not like, oh, bro, I ran 6 miles. I'm such a runner. If you are just starting out or you don't consider yourself a major runner, like this is literally me. I got up, I set my alarm for 8 a.m. I was so tired. I pushed snooze and then I woke up at 9:30 and I was like, shit. So when it's a Saturday, so traffic is everywhere. It's Texas and it's already hot as balls and the humidity is so bad. So it was 9:30, it was like 10 a.m. basically when I went to run. And it was already like 83 degrees and the humidity was crazy. So I went outside and I started running and I'm like, this sucks. This is so miserable. I popped ibuprofen before because I was already sore in general. And I ran almost a mile outside before I was like, I can't do this. There's so many people. It is so hot. F this. So I kept running and I ran to my gym where I went inside and ended my outdoor workout and started an indoor run on my watch. And then I did 3 miles inside and I was like, okay, I'll do 3 miles inside. I'll run my last mile back to my apartment. So I did that. And I hate running inside too because it's so boring, but at least there's air conditioning. So it's like the good and bads, right? So I did a mile outside. I did 3 miles inside. Then I did a mile outside running back to my apartment. And then right at like the end of 5 miles, I got like a runner's high. And I'm like, I never get these. Like the elusive runner high people talk about, I don't get them often. I always get endorphins after, but I actually felt the runner's high. And then I thought I saw a friend of mine. So I was like, I'll do one more lap. So anyway, I ended up doing more and I did 6 miles. So indoor, outdoor, indoor, like whatever. It was crazy, but I got the job done. So basically I've been going very hard on my body. So I've also been trying to regulate my sleep patterns and get better at that, which is where I start the shit week for last week. So basically I'm trying to go to bed earlier on Sundays because Mondays are my earliest mornings. My alarm goes off at 3 a.m. on the dot. And so, my last few months I've been going to bed probably like 11 on Sundays, which is crazy. I usually get about 3 to 4 hours of sleep and that's how I start my week, which is not good, right? And it's so stupid, like the way life works, because it's like you get less sleep or you stay out drinking and partying and you go to work tired, possibly hungover, and like it feels better. Like you just get through the day easier. And I don't know why that is. Like, is it because you're used to it or what? But then you get more sleep and more restful sleep. You get a full, like, awesome 8 hours. You're like, I did good. And then you go in and you can't even keep your eyes open. You're like falling asleep. I say you, I'm talking about me. I obviously, like, I don't know if everyone's like this. Please let me know if this happens to you too. But I hate it. I'm like, it doesn't matter how good I try to do. But so last Sunday night, I went to bed. I took a little edible, like 5 milligrams, just to help with sleep. And I went to sleep. I was in bed by like 7 p.m. or 7:30. I went to bed so early. I was very proud of myself. Well, big storms were on the way. And I was excited about that too, because I love sleeping to thunderstorms. Oftentimes I will have like thunderstorm or rain noises on my alarm or on my, Sonos, to listen to when I go to sleep. But obviously when there's a storm outside, it's natural. And I get to hear it for real. So I was excited. But this was not the case. Went to bed at 7:30, woke up, bam, 11 p.m. on the dot, lightning struck the top of my apartment. It was so loud. It literally sounded like an explosion on top of the building or something. It was just loud crack. I literally like, boom, sat up straight in bed. And I'm also realizing how many times I'm saying the word literally. Oh, I'm trying to cut it out, but it's so hard. Whew, literally is just like, literally so fun to say. Okay, so I sat up straight in bed, like Dracula in his coffin, whoop, right when that lightning struck at 11. Not only did that wake me up, it also set the alarms off in my building. And it wasn't just like a beep, beep, beep. It was like oh my God, it was so loud. One loud, constant alarm that was just like ear piercing, like, oh, it was so bad. So I immediately was like, oh, and I covered my ears and I did what any natural person would do. I grabbed my phone so I could document it for social media. Like, look how much my life sucks. I went to bed at 7 and look what's happening. So I definitely did that. It was thundering, lightning, crazy storms. The alarms were blaring. This is one time that I was really thankful I didn't have any animals, because if I still had my birds, I would have felt so bad for them because I can't cover their little cute ear holes or like put a blanket over them to make the sound go away. If there was a fire, a storm, I'd have to worry about them, getting them in their little travel cages. Like, and they're stressed and maybe have a heart attack. Like I was just happy I didn't have to worry about them. It was just me that I had to take care of. So that was good. So I thought about just waiting it out, covering my ears, but then I was in my bathroom and I started smelling smoke and I was like, oh shit. Like, what if there's a fire? What if something happens? So I smelled smoke pretty hardcore. So I got dressed. I had put a collagen cream mask on before I went to bed. So yeah, I had that on my face still. I had my night guard in. I at least took that out. So put on like a crop top and some capris and flip-flops and just like ran downstairs where I saw a very cute guy, neighbor who lives on the first floor with his dog. Um, and at first I thought he had an accent because he goes, oh, for fuck's sake. And I was like, oh, he's like British or Irish. Like he sounded like he had an accent. And I told him that later. It turns out he's from California. Not what I thought. I was like, he just sounded very Euro for a second. I don't know. Maybe it was just in my dreams. But he was super cute, and we couldn't get out our front door of our apartment, which was kind of crazy. Like, what if there had been a fire and we couldn't even get out? So we found a side door, and we ended up getting out there, and we just waited as the alarms were going off. It was him and I and his dog, and we talked for probably a good like 30 minutes or so, getting to know each other, and then we saw firemen come, and they went inside. They were doing their fireman things. That was kind of a plus to me. I was like, well, this sucks, but at least there's firemen. Like men in uniform, let's go. So anyway, they determined there was nothing, but they couldn't get the alarms turned off, and we were out there for like another hour. So this guy and I talked more, and then we actually ended up trying to move to a different location where then I ran into those European guys, the ones from Serbia and Montenegro that I met in the building. They were just getting in from the bar. So it was me, this guy from California, and then all the Euro guys. And I'm just like, this is like a porn in the making or something. We're like all hiding out in the hallway with the alarms going off and it's pouring down rain and like midnight at this point. And anyway, it was funny. And I saw these like all these hot, like attractive ass men. And I look by freaking worse. I still have this stupid collagen cream on my face. My teeth haven't been brushed. I have no makeup. But like, oh my God. It was like a blessing and also a nightmare. Like it sucked. So anyway, fast forward past all that, and we finally ended up going back to the apartment. My alarm finally went off. The smoke smell went away-ish. I could still smell it faintly, and it was worrying me a little bit for sure. And all the fire screen doors were still closed. It was an eerie time. So I finally think I got back in bed around like 1:30. And so I got an hour and a half of sleep after that. And I was like wide awake at that point. I mean, I was getting to know my neighbors. We were like having a full-on party downstairs. Like it was crazy. So that's how my Sunday night started. I went to bed so early trying to get a good head start to the week. And that's how it ended up. So hour and a half later, I get up and go to work and all that. Also, that was another thing. That night, it was so hot. Like, it got really hot in my apartment. It was like 84 in there or something. And I was like, couldn't breathe. It was just getting like really stifling hot. So my air conditioning wasn't working. So I tried to put a help ticket in that night, apparently we have like emergency maintenance, but I couldn't get a hold of anyone. So anyway, I put a help ticket in, got home the next day and got home and it was like 86 or 88 in my apartment. It was so hot. So the maintenance guy comes, who was really awesome. He was working in and out of here, and I had met him before. He's really, really cute, honestly. I feel like, I don't know, maybe not. I feel like every girl has like a maintenance man fantasy, or maybe I'm just weird and I have a lot of weird little fantasies. But anyway, he's really, really cute and very nice. And he ended up giving me his phone number and like was texting me back and forth to see if things were working. And I'll just say over this last week, we became like really like I feel like I have like my own personal maintenance now. Like him and I are on close terms. So he is great. He worked his ass off for me this week. So he ended up getting it fixed that day, even though it was like off and on, off and on. And finally, like what was happening was it was blowing hot air in my apartment. That's what was happening. So it showed that the AC was on and it was blowing out, but it was like literally hot. It was heat blowing in my apartment. It was so miserable, you guys. Because like 90 degrees outside, hot air blowing in my apartment. It was miserable. It was like colder in the hallway than it was in my apartment. So finally he got it working and it was blowing out cold air. And I was like, this is the greatest night. Like it was the 24 hours without AC. And I was like already thinking, God, first world problems, right? Like other countries that don't even have this, like we are very lucky. It's like, it just seemed like everything was solved once that happened. I was like, I will never take anything for granted again. Like I swear it was amazing. So that was Monday. left. I probably should not have, to be fair, but I had to go to salsa dance practice. So I went and danced for 4 hours, sweated my ass off, was on my way home, just hot, exhausted, ready for bed. And I walk in and it is freaking like 86 degrees in my apartment again. And hot air was blowing. And I was like, no, I was so upset. And there was nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. There was no after hours that was working. I just turned everything off and I had my fans on. I took a cold shower. I slept on top of my covers, but it was burning up. So that was Monday night. Anyway, we'll fast forward, but basically you get the idea of that. They were working on and off with my AC. He ended up installing a portable one, which was great. Then got it working, took the portable AC out again. Then my AC crashed again. I texted, I was like, oh no, and he says I don't know. He's like, this is kicking my ass. And it was just funny. Cause you know how guys are when first of all, guys don't like to ask for directions, right? Ever. And they always want to fix things themselves. And when they can't, it kills them. So he tried one more thing and he put the portable unit back in this weekend just in case. And once again, knock on wood, we didn't have to use it. It worked. The next thing was going to be they were just going to install a whole new unit completely because they couldn't figure anything out. So we got it working. He actually came earlier this afternoon and took the portable out and he's like, thank God, let me know if you have any other concerns or questions or if it goes awry again. He's like, but oh my God. He's like, I was so nervous to wake up this morning and see if you would message me. And I was like, same, trust. So that's not all though. So basically when the lightning struck, it knocked out my internet and I was just thinking, oh, my Spectrum is out. Oh, it also fried my light, which apparently the lights here on an LED control panel. It's not like a bulb. It's like a actual panel. So when I turned the light on, it went it popped. And so it blew that out completely. So he had to come fix all my lights as well. My Spectrum was out. It blew my modem. So I had to go trade that in and get a brand new modem from Spectrum and a new router. And then it also turns out it completely blew my TV. So, and I was fine with my TV. I don't need some giant amazing TV. It was a 55-inch or something that I've had, for 6 years, but it blew it. So I have no TV at all. It also blew my robot vacuum, which is so devastatingly sad. Oh my God, Benjamin. I guess I could name the new one I get Benjamin a second. My little Benjamin, he's gone. It also blew this air purifier I had. What else? Oh, my Apple TV as well. Oh, my robot vacuum though, it turns on. It was so sad, but also kind of funny because when you hit automatic cleaning, it just goes haywire and it goes 90 miles per hour and starts just running and everything. Beep, 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 just chaos. Oh my God. My poor little robot vacuum. I feel like he was my only pet. I have plants, right? But I have my little robot vacuum. Anyway. So I lost all of this stuff. And this is where I'm so thankful to have renter's insurance. Cause I always wondered you always get it because you have to, but then you're what does this really do? Well, now I actually had to use it. So I don't know how much it's going to help me out yet. I know I have a $500 deductible, but they sent out a tech on Saturday to go over everything. And they're doing my estimate right now. And at least it's going to help, right? Because I have a lot of stuff to replace, which is so unfortunate. But honestly, I'm so thankful just to have my air conditioning back. I'm a happy girl. I can... I bought a book this weekend. I was I've been doing audiobooks, but I'm reading, and I was listening to my vinyl. It's just kind of cool to do other things besides sit there like a zombie in front of the TV, I guess. So, but don't worry, I'll be back there soon enough once I get it all replaced. And speaking of that, the tech that came on Saturday to look at all my stuff was so hot. Once again, I always am the latest person getting ready, and I got up, that was the morning I ran 6 miles. I showered, I went to eat, I was having to get ready for a dance festival that afternoon, and I was thinking, the tech, it said they were going to show up between 2 and 4, so I'm leaning towards 3 to 4, because it always is like that. Well, I had no clothes on at all, I was walking around naked, I had a hair towel on, and I just made my meal that I was going to eat, my first meal of the day. I was starving after that run, and I just plated it, and then knock, knock, knock. I'm are you kidding? So I threw my plate in the microwave. I ran and just threw clothes on really quick, took my hair towel out, my hair is dripping all over my clothes. And then it's the hottest freaking guy. And I'm of course this happens. Oh man. But long story short, he was really cute and we ended up flirting, and he told me to take his number down just in case. And then he texted me and asked me for drinks sometimes. So that's kind of exciting to get asked out when you look your absolute worst. So I was like, that's a win, I guess. I was like, when I show up and like actually have hair and makeup done, he's not even gonna recognize me, but he's seen me at my worst. So, and like acting my worst, like my high anxiety and just like, this has been the worst week. And he's like, calm down, man. Anyway, it was cute. It was cute. So anyway, that's been my week. Like again, my air has been fixed. I've made new friends. Things have been going good. I'm gonna get everything replaced. They're just items, right? So nobody was hurt. The building didn't burn down. I'm knocking on wood when I say all of this again. But yeah, so that's been my week. And like I said, hopefully it can't get any worse. So that's why I was even like skeptical about like how this podcast was going to go because I have the new modem, I have the new router. This is the first one recorded on all of that. So far, so good. So that is awesome. And I just kind of wanted to get it done tonight and I'm going to release it tomorrow. So you'll be hearing this on a Tuesday. So cute. Oh man, what else? I don't think there's too much to report on other than my love life or lack of. I know you guys are always keeping up to date with that. And it's funny because I thought the other day, I was like, maybe people get sick of hearing about this. And then my friends at Run Club are like, no, we live for these stories. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I saw a meme on Instagram that was like all the friends and the relationships and friends that are married. They're like, we live for our single friend stories because it's just chaos. And it makes you feel like I don't want to be out there anymore, right? But it's so funny because of all the good and the bad and the crazy and like that happens and as lonely as I get sometimes, I also like really am loving this single life. And it's literally torture sometimes, most times. But like I also am like, I don't know, I'm just having so much fun with it. It's very strange. I don't know. I like having my own place. I still haven't hooked up with anyone. It's been almost 10 months now. I'm talking to people. Oh, I have my dance crush that you guys are always asking for updates on. Still nothing there. I will tell you, I found out some tea. I was speaking of tea. Let's take a sip of matcha, shall we? Hot girl summer drink. Okay. I found out through somebody in his dance community at a social I was at that he actually just went through a breakup. He just broke up with his girlfriend like a few weeks ago. So I'm also like, I kind of got that vibe that something like that was up. And he does seem like a really decent guy and that he's like working through it. And I remember how I was when I got out of my long-term relationship. And I was like, I'm past that, right? I'm healed now. So he's going to do his thing, take his time. I'm not going to wait around. If something comes of it, that would be awesome. Even if it's just some fun or some more dirty dances, whatever the case may be, I will accept. But for now, I'm going to keep living my life and doing my thing and just going with it. Yeah, so Run Club, Dance Club, making so many new friends. Life is very good and exciting right now when you have AC. When you don't, it feels like the world is ending. So, oh, look at that. I already feel better after that whole vent session. So thank you. Thank you for listening. I hope that makes you feel better. Maybe if you had a shitty week, maybe it wasn't as bad as mine. And you know what? If you want to take some wins from that, that's what I'm here for. That's why I told you guys about it. Not everything is, roses and happiness or whatever. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to try to amp myself up to go dance for 4 hours right now when really I would love to be in bed because that sounds amazing, but that will come later. Okay. Well, thanks for listening. Once again, you can go to my website, sarahbshow.com. That's SARAH, the letter B, show.com. You can find all my past episodes there, as well as my social media handles. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Once again, tag me if you're drinking any of the hot girl drinks in the summer, matcha or ranch water. Post it on IG or Facebook. Tag me in it. I would love to see it. I will repost. Be cute. Let's start a movement, guys. I'm like your healthy and unhealthy habits. Matcha and tequila. Let's go. What else? Remember Go Cleanse. You can go to gocleanse.com/Sarah and check out the products there. Get fit, get healthy, feel good. Let's go. Yeah. I think that's everything. Cool. And if you have anything you want to hear me talk about or ideas for an upcoming episode, whatever the case may be, please let me know because I love seeing y'all's suggestions. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful, great week. Sending you all positive, amazing, good vibes. And I will see you guys next time on the Sarah B Show. Mwah, mwah, mwah.